According to them, the shooter wasn't Christina, but her 18-year-old son, Christian Crespin.
It's giving mom that's a little bit too obsessed with her son. I'm so sorry, your mother may be sexist. This is a thing.
Homeless lady, drug addict, like and it's always been going, like every day.
Have you seen her before?
No.
I think she switched to, you're not gonna get me. I'm putting a stop to this energy.
And he just couldn't one only a few feet away from her, not hit her.
What? Ooh, I love an interrogation that has good police work, okay? I mean, so many times we have somebody sitting in the chair that's dumb as rocks, or maybe they're collecting the forensic evidence. But my favorite part is when a detective tricks the person in the interrogation and extracts exactly what we need.
Damn!
And I think that is what we will see in this video today. Genius detective tricks teen killer into confession.
The female that your son shot at, she has died.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
Meet Christina Withrow. Just hours ago, she helped her son commit a horrific crime.
Wait a minute, she helped him commit the crime? And then she's crying like that, like she didn't know what was gonna happen. I need more details.
My mom handed me the gun after that. I let off 3 shots.
And no matter how innocent these two act, they will be outsmarted because of one simple mistake. Around noon on April 3rd, 2023, panic erupted at a small apartment complex in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dozens of 911 callers and witnesses reported seeing 2 individuals shoot a woman in the parking lot. When officers arrived, they found 31-year-old Monique Garcia on the ground, shot 3 times. She would die from her injuries moments later. Next to Monique was 44-year-old Christina Withrow, a resident of the complex, attempting to hide bullet casings from the gun used in the shooting. At first, Christina took the blame, claiming she was the shooter.
It's giving mom that's a little bit too obsessed with her son. I was just feeling that already, because who commits murder? I should stop there, but there's more. Commits murder in broad daylight with their son, and then, oh, he didn't do it. It was me. You know? I generally don't say boy mom anymore because, hey, how many of you guys are boy moms and not weird? But we need a new name. Thank you, Dramona. The final name for this type of person will be mother wife. Oh, that is, see, that works better than boy mom. Boy moms, you're cleared, okay? You're cleared. It was too broad. We understand that.
At first, Christina took the blame, claiming she was the shooter. But witness testimonies painted a different picture. According to them, the shooter wasn't Christina, but her 18-year-old son, Christian Crespin. Even more alarming was the fact that Christina told him to flee the scene, which he did, not before flipping off Monique as she lay dying on the ground.
Oh my God.
Oddly enough, the same witnesses
know her?
also stated they saw Monique charging towards Christina and Christian. So were they just defending themselves? Or was this premeditated murder?
My guess here is that he was romantically involved with her somehow, and mother wife was jealous, because why is he killing her and then flipping her off afterwards?
Detectives needed to find Christian, which became their main focus for the next 24 hours. A day later, Christian was found at a friend's house and brought in for questioning, along with his mother. Now, detectives hope to figure out if this really was self-defense or something much darker.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. How are you, in general?
I don't know, just usually chill with my friends.
Yeah.
Work.
Nice, where do you work at?
Chevron.
Chevron. Which one do you work at?
The one on San Mateo, Montgomery.
Ooh, that's a busy one. How do you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. You got a lot of homeless come in and stuff.
Dude, I just gotta say, it's already giving that he knows that he's done something and guilty. I mean, granted, they're gonna try to say self-defense, but you're handcuffed here, being interrogated by 2 police, and you're just, oh yeah, XYZ, this is what I like to do. Da, da, da. I would be panicking right now. Like, please, what do I need to do to get out of here to be absolved of this?
You go hiking, or what do you guys do?
Yeah, we go hiking, free climb.
Oh, you actually, you know what's funny about free climb? So since I moved here, I've been learning a lot about like limestone.
Wait. I just got so excited. Remember, this video is called Genius Detective Tricks Teen Killer into Confession. All too often, we see great police work in the interrogation room, and a lot of times the detectives are guys. We have seen the way guys play good cop, bad cop, or try to build rapport with people, but we have never seen a female detective, two, in fact, working together, emotionally connect and flip the script on a son and mother wife. I am very curious what their methods are going to be, because it might be a little bit different than what we're used to seeing, and better.
Do you guys take pads and stuff in the free climb?
Not usually, no.
No? That's kind of scary.
If you're new here, the reason why the investigators are being nice to him right now, even though he's a murder suspect, is, of course, to build rapport. It puts them in a calmer state, and maybe we can get a little more information out of them.
Do you like sports or anything like that?
Yeah, I like football.
Football? I don't know much about football. Did Wisconsin,
The football team,
yeah,
the Packers, they're alright.
yeah. That's not your team though?
No.
What's your team?
The 49ers.
All right.
Okay, a little
That's fine.
camaraderie.
What looks like harmless small talk is actually a masterclass in building rapport. Christian, just 18 and facing a murder investigation, is tense and emotionally shut down at first. But after about 30 minutes of casual talk, he appears far more relaxed than when he first entered the room. So when the detective finally shifts to questions about the events leading up to the shooting, he cracks open like a box of chocolates.
How was yesterday? Talk to me about your day yesterday.
I don't know, just nothing really. Bought a new tire, got something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to your tire?
It's getting old, so I had to replace it. It was getting bald, so.
Nice. It was expensive.
Yeah.
How much was it?
Well, I only paid $45 for it.
Oh,
But,
where'd you go? You went in the hood somewhere to get that kind of deal.
Oh, she's building
Chato's
rapport.
Tire shop on-
Also, she's really heavily building rapport, but also, mind you, this kid is going to be a little more susceptible to that because he's close with mother wife. I don't know. I don't want to infer, but most likely he is comfortable with like nurturing feminine energy because he spends a lot of time with his mom. So this works on him pretty well.
So talk to me about when you were changing your tire. Talk to me about that.
I don't know. She was just talking to me while I was changing it.
How did they know each other?
Who was?
My mom.
What were you guys talking about?
We were just talking about what we were gonna do for the day and stuff.
After you're changing your tire,
Bitch!
where were you?
Stop! Okay, you guys cannot make me laugh anymore. This is a murder case, okay? But Alex Knight said, date night. Okay, that's it. No more jokes. No more jokes, okay? Listen, okay, this is a true crime channel. Sometimes we make things a little bit more lighthearted because it is easier to digest, but we do take it very seriously. And also, if you like true crime and a little bit of a twist on it, subscribe to the channel or else. Thank you. Date night. Date night. Really? You came up with that one fast.
Were you guys on the street, in the parking
In the
lot?
parking lot.
Okay. Did your mom help you do that or no?
No, usually not.
Okay. Who came by when you guys were in the parking lot?
Who came? Ooh.
I'm not sure. I didn't really see anyone.
Is this the beginning of the lie?
So, I seen a few cars pass by.
Did you guys talk to anybody?
Not usually, no, unless like the neighbors come out. So,
Did the neighbors come out?
no.
Everybody was inside?
Yeah.
Okay. So what time did you leave your apartment yesterday?
I want to say around like 11:30ish or 12 or somewhere around there.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Okay, 11:30, 12. Where'd you go after that?
So first I went to my friend Jay's, and then I went to my other friend Dylan's. We met up at a park, but yeah.
What park did you guys go to?
The one it's a little bit past Montebello on Lomas. It's to the right, I'm pretty sure.
Montebello Lomas? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar about there, sorry. How's that park?
It's pretty nice. I didn't even know it was there, so.
Okay, here we go.
We're here because we want to know exactly what happened yesterday, okay? And I think it's important for us to hear your side of exactly what happened. We've talked with a few people, so I am interested and hearing your side of what happened. I think it's important, especially with something like this.
Great language.
So I just want to backtrack.
Great
just a little.
language. I want to hear your side. Your side matters. It's important. You're important. So tell me what your mother wife did. Okay, so if the confrontation and the shooting happened in the parking lot, mind you, he just went through his timeline of events and he said, I was changing my tire. I don't really know who was there. And then I finished up my Frosty, and then I went to chill with my friend, and then I chilled with another friend. So we're already, he's already glazed over the murder.
So while I was changing my tire, my mom saw someone go towards the back of the apartments where they're not supposed to be. So the first apartment in the back there, actually someone rents. On top of that, the next one after that is also rented out. And then the other two, I believe, are abandoned because they were infested.
A lot of details.
And so a lot of the times, like, we'll go back there.
Yeah.
And so she told her not to go back there, and she's all get off the property and all this, my mom. And so she pulled out her gun as the was walking away, was like, you better get off the property. And so when that happened, I started to walk towards my mom, and my mom handed me the gun after that, was like, here. So I let off 3 shots.
That's the story. That's the story there. I really don't even have any commentary for that. Do you? Did your brain also just shut off with how fucking dumb that was? Cool. So we're on the same page.
According to Christian, he and his mom went to Wendy's for breakfast around 9 or 10 a.m. After that, they returned home at around 10:30 and began changing a bald tire on their car. In the span of the next few hours, they saw Monique coming up to them, confrontational and aggressive. And this is when everything went wrong. Christina handed Christian the gun and told him to shoot around her, which ended in tragedy. On the surface, this incident might seem like it was either an accident or that the two were trying to protect themselves.
No.
However, there is only one problem. An autopsy of Monique's body revealed that one of the 3 bullets had entered through the back. This means that at some point, she attempted to run away after the first 2 shots, and Christian still pulled the trigger. So, was it still self-defense at that point? And did Monique still pose a threat? These are the key questions detectives must answer to determine whether this was self-defense or homicide.
We all know what the answer is. But why? Right? Why? My guess is that mother wife just wants to prove to her son how hardcore she is, and this is some kind of bonding, intimidation, some kind of weird shit. I also, God, when we get to that mother wife's interrogation footage, I think we're gonna get a lot of information about how weird she is.
When your mom handed you the gun, did she say anything to you?
She said, shoot around her. And
why y'all just got a gun? I thought y'all were changing a tire.
When you,
I thought y'all were changing the tire.
My dad.
Who stays fucking strapped when they're changing the tire outside of their house, bro?
My stepdad.
Was that the brown gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got his
Where were you in the parking lot when you...
So I was at the end there where the 2 spaces are. I was in the 2nd space. I walked from where I was.
Ooh, I think the core element is the mom wanting to impress or bond with her son in some way. Because, like, I mean, we just see it all too often. Moms want to be the cool mom. They want to be the intense one, hardcore.
I walked from where I was changing my tire, and I shot through the fence.
Oh, you shot through the fence? Okay,
Yes.
so... And I'm sorry, because
So
this area's big. I was going to
this was like a fence, and we'll say the 2 parking spots. I was standing right here while she was standing right there.
Husband, son.
Who's this again? Your mom?
So this is the homeless lady as she was starting to walk away, and then she came
Okay.
as she was coming at my mom.
How was she coming at your mom?
Like aggressively, like saying, "Oh, I'm not afraid of a gun. Oh, shoot me." So.
Also, I'm sorry, as a person that used to live in a neighborhood that's like full of crackheads, you like, I don't know how to explain this. Anybody else live in a place where there's just like a lot of drugs around or something? You kind of like just know what to expect, and you don't You don't shoot the crackhead. You might have to box him now and then. Like, Jerry, fuck up. You might have to slap a crackhead, okay? Like, it happens. It does. But, like, they don't want to kill you. They really don't even want to disrespect you. What do they want? Crack, okay? And if you don't have any crack, they are going to leave you alone. Like, anybody that lives in a drug neighborhood or a place where there's, a place you don't go, like, you know that. You know that. Yes, someone said you act like you can't hear them and you don't make eye contact. Yes, it's true. And the crackheads will leave you alone.
So you're here first, and she's over
Yo,
here.
can I just say, he literally thinks this is going so well. He thinks this is going swimmingly.
Or my mom's standing right there so my mom would be like right there, standing with me. And so as she's walking away, she pulls out the gun and threatens her with it, like, get off the property or I'll shoot you. Mm-hmm. And so she starts walking towards my mom. Mm-hmm. And so that's when my mom handed me the gun. Okay. And I let off 3 shots to try and scare her away, but I guess one hit.
Verse said, by the way, chat, if you ever think that you're killing a police interrogation, that's a sign that you're losing. That is so true. That is so true. It just means the cops are like, yeah, and what happened next?
How do you feel?
It's not how I would think I would feel.
Did he just want to kill somebody?
I just don't know.
What does he mean?
It's hard to...
Chat, what do you think he means by it's not how I thought I would feel? Nav said it's giving murder fantasy. Mackie said he didn't feel guilty. Nerdy said he's thought about it. He's weird. Yes, let's go with that one.
I just don't know. It's hard to process.
I understand. Have you ever shot a gun like that before?
Well, yeah, I've gone shooting, so.
Yeah. So when the first shot went off, you said you shot through the fence, right?
Yes.
Okay. How far away is that?
In real life, it's about, I would say like 20 or 30 feet.
Okay. And that's when you let off the first shot?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, when did you let off the other ones?
Well, I let them off all so after the first one I let off, I started to let off the other 2 as well.
Okay. What did you do after?
My mom told me to leave after, so I just left.
Mother-wife behavior.
Is that where you went to your friend's house after that?
Yeah.
Okay. Take the gun with you? Where's the gun?
No, I'm not sure where the gun is. She took it with her, so.
Did you give the mom, I'm sorry. Did you
gave
give
the gun
to your mom?
Yeah.
Okay. And, what happened? So you just left right away? You didn't see anything else after that?
No, she told me to leave, so I just left.
Did you think about calling 911?
No, not really. Everybody was already calling 911, so.
Okay.
Everybody was already
You said you went back to your house a little bit later on.
Yeah.
What did you get when you went back to your house?
I didn't grab nothing, so. I was going to, but there's a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah.
And then my room was a mess,
So as far as your intention, when you pointed the gun at her, what was your intention?
just scare away.
Now that we've heard Christian's side, it's time to hear from Christina.
Oh,
and her reasoning for
God.
handing over the gun might be the most troubling part of this entire case.
God.
We apologize in advance for Christina's fidgeting, which makes it sound like she's flushing a toaster down the toilet.
Tell me what you dealt with.
Sometimes they just don't need to add any commentary. Also, I feel like this pattern on this cup should be on her jacket. I don't know why. Anyways.
I would love to hear what you had to deal with.
This woman. See, I'm sorry. Like, I just get, like, some hates women, competing with other women, need to put other women, like, I don't know why. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And that's also, if I can just take a fucking minute to say this, since I believe we're in a mother-wife video. Hey, this is a thing in society, okay? And if let's say you're a girl and your mother is raising you and you don't know why she's like always treating you like shit, but like really nice to your brother, I'm so sorry. Your mother may be sexist. This is a thing. women that are entirely male-centered that never get over it, and like they put their husband above their kids, like always. And look, okay, you know, I won't judge too much on what your personal hierarchy is. I'm personally gonna go kids first, you know, but whatever, I get it. But they are so male-centered in general that when they have children, they prioritize the son over the daughter. And then there are some times, and like, guys, sorry if you feel like you're catching a stray right now. I'm talking about this because there are so many girls that grow up and they don't understand like why they're being treated this way. Your mom might be sexist. She really might. Never dealt with it. Now she's got 2 sons and a daughter. And I can't even tell you how many times I've seen it where I'm so sorry. The sons are dumber than a bag of fucking rocks. Oh my God. They are the like dumbest, most spoiled, entitled, like mommy's boys ever. And then like the girl, because she has to fight so much for like attention and validation, she's like really smart and really put together. But for some reason, the dad is still prioritizing the sons and the mom is still prioritizing the sons. And like the daughter literally doesn't understand why this is happening. Girl, your mom might be sexist. Obviously, this does not happen 24/7. I'm just saying this because I want, if somebody's feeling like this, to know that this is a thing that happens and take a look. Maybe, and you are not the problem. Oh, and it especially happens with a nasty stepmom. Oh, yeah. Just saying. Yo, the pick me mom is so dangerous to young girls, and it's really hard to label. A lot of times they don't figure it out till they're in their 20s or 30s, if ever.
This woman, she was walking up and drinking. She looked like she was going into my neighbor's back while my neighbors have been harassed a lot, and we stick up for each other. I don't know her really well, but I do know that she saw her son shot 8 times in front of her in her home. Supposedly something to do with the ex-husband. I don't know the whole story. And I'm pretty sure that she does drugs here and there on the side, which I don't agree with because I'm not a drug user. But it's hard, you know. It's hard. Don't go in that walkway. Don't stay out of the alleyways. Stay off of this property, please. You know. And then she started screaming, "I'm just getting this laundry basket," and yelling and.
Yo, first of all, I can feel this lady's energy through the video, and it is unsettling. I'm gonna have to shake this one off later.
I was like, please just leave, just leave, you know, please leave. And my son's here, like I would feel protective, and I was scared. Because all these people that come up, you never know what they're gonna do. You don't know what, almost everybody in our neighborhood has some kind of weapon on them.
But why were you carrying the gun around then?
I think it was because he was worried because of the shooting before, and I don't trust myself. I'm not a good.
So not only is her energy just really weird and just, and like I'm not really buying it in general, but one thing I noticed is she does the very typical interrogation where they're what is that? It's they're talking about something and then they're looking at you to see if you believe them. They have to study your facial expression to see like if this is working. So they'll and then analyze your face. And she's doing that a lot.
She was screaming and then she was walking away and then she turned around and she was like running towards me. And I was like,
who's she? I'm sorry.
So, I don't know. Maybe drug addict, like they're right, and it's always a new one, like every day.
Have you seen her before?
No. Never seen
Never?
her. Not that I can remember. They all look the same to me. I'm just kind of being mean, but there's always different people there in that neighborhood, in front of the houses. I've never experienced anything like this before. It puts a lot of dreads on you, especially as a parent. When I have my daughter crying in the middle of the night, I have to get up and the dogs are barking at her. Somebody screamed one time, someone came and busted one of the windows, and then they just broke the lock. They always break the locks on the gate so we don't even get to feel safe in our walkways.
It can be hard living in areas where people are always making drug deals or people are doing the drugs and they're lurking around. it can be incredibly difficult, but that doesn't mean that you take matters into your own hands. And also, I don't believe anything she's saying. I think she switched to, you're not going to get me. I'm putting a stop to this energy. And that's just not like how you handle it.
It's making me really stupid. So stupid that
So she starts coming towards you. What?
I asked him if he could put one only a few feet away from her, not hit her, because I know he's a good shot.
What?
So she
He's a good shot.
She scared me. My son's, I'm afraid for my life. I don't want to, because I'm not a good shot. I don't want to shoot because I might actually hit her by accident because I don't know how to shoot that good. And so he said, yes, I said, sure, I don't hurt her, but I'm scared, and I'm so sorry, I didn't understand that part. He said yes, and I said, are you sure? I don't know why. I was like, I should have just ran away with her. This is so stupid. I feel like I don't know.
Oh God, that's some other ripe energy.
Mom in the world, why would I do that? I don't know what I was thinking. I've never done anything like this before.
So you asked him, can you put one next to her?
Next to her, like a few feet away. That's so stupid because I was afraid.
Hey, are you guys buying any of this at all? I do not feel like she's remorseful in any way. And some of the language she's using, like, I handed him the gun because I know he's a good shot. What? Like, it's in the language. Yeah.
Few feet away. That's so stupid because I was afraid.
Oh my God, she is something.
Handing a gun to your son and making him kill somebody because you're not confident using it yourself isn't exactly going to win Christina Mother of the Year. But was she acting out of fear? Did she hand the gun to Christian because she truly believed she was protecting herself? That would be what you might think if it weren't for one glaring question.
What?
Why did she tell him to run? That one decision shifts the focus from self-defense to something far more suspicious.
Okay.
To get to the truth, detectives need to examine intent, not just Christina's, but Christian's too. And legally, intent is divided into 4 key categories. 1. Deliberate. Did he intentionally mean to kill?
Okay.
2. Reckless. Did he understand the risk of shooting the gun and choose to act anyway?
Yes. What do you guys think? Did he understand the risk of shooting the gun and choose to act anyway? Mind you, he shot 3 times directly at her.
3. Negligent. Was he unaware of the risk altogether? 4. Accidental. Was it a complete accident?
One of the bullets was in her back, which means that she was turned around when they shot her. She was not coming towards them. It seems like there was no further interaction and she was walking away. Or at least it seems like she was walking away.
So which one is it for Christian?
So, tell me how you felt when she was walking, yelling at your mom.
I felt like she was going to attack my mom.
Son, husband.
What do you mean attack your mom?
Physically harm her.
But you didn't see anything on their hands, right?
No, besides like her body gestures, no.
And then your mom hands you the gun,
Yes.
which you already said it's your stepdad's gun, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you point it at her,
Yes.
and you shoot at her?
Not directly at her, to the side of her, and I shoot, yeah.
Okay. And you shot 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. You then said that she then,
Walks down the street,
okay, and
and
then,
that's all I know.
do you see
On the
her?
street.
No, I don't see her after that. After she walks down the street, I don't know where she went, so.
Earlier you said that you knew she got shot.
Yeah. I read the news report, so.
So, and you say you don't know how you feel, but can you try and explain to me how you feel?
I said no more jokes. No more jokes. Mommy and Clyde? Really? Mommy and Clyde? Mommy and Clyde! I legitimately feel like I'm about to cry. Holy fuck, I have never cried on stream before.
Do you see her fall?
No.
So you just see her walking away. You give the gun back to her, and then you.
I get in the car and I drive away because my mom told me to drive off, so.
Did at any point did you ever feel that you needed to turn yourself in?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's probably better that way.
Oh, that's a good
At
question.
least you,
She said, at any point, did you feel like you needed to turn yourself in? And he said, yeah, maybe. Guys, if you really believed something was self-defense, would you agree that you needed to turn yourself in? Like, you might agree that you felt like you should have called the police or you should speak to the police, but the phrase turn yourself in is a little bit different. And he explicitly says yes.
Who would have a better?
my mom.
My mom? What about her?
The actual person who shot, even if it wasn't intentional, it's still better than someone who didn't. So
you didn't mean to pull the trigger?
I'm not gonna say I didn't, because I'd protect my mom again. So
I'd protect my mom again. The valor.
You mentioned
The valor of the husband's son. It's giving emotional incest. It is. I can't even explain what the exact details are, but do you guys notice this too? It does not feel like they just have a typical relationship.
kind of makes me believe that you were gonna grab things.
I planned to, yeah.
What were you planning on doing then?
Going to my friend's house. Same place I was at, same place y'all got me. Just followed it.
Did you tell your friend what happened?
He knows.
Yeah, he told him as soon as he went over there. He's kind of starting to adjust, I think, and realize that this is bad. His demeanor is much different than it was in the beginning.
Did you know who this was? Have you ever seen her before? Can you describe what she looked like to me?
Just a darker lady, longer hair, and some ripped up clothes, I think. That's all I know.
Did you see any tattoos or anything like that on there?
No. Other than the dirt being on her body, you couldn't see anything else.
Okay. Was she carrying anything?
I don't think so.
No.
From his statements, it's clear that if put in the same situation, he would do the exact same thing.
I'm done! No, she's not going to breastfeed him in jail, and you cannot call this a son-tuationship.
Now it's time for his own mother and partner in crime to lay out her intent in the very same way. Because it's entirely possible she gave the gun to Christian in the first place to avoid being the one to pull the trigger.
So you gave her to Christian and you said, can you put one next to her? And you wanted him just to like shoot her like 2 to 3 feet away from her.
Away from her.
And then you said he shot 2 more rounds.
After, I think because she kept coming towards us, and I think he was getting afraid, that she was coming to do something to us. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
And
My baby.
where did those other 2 rounds go?
I don't know. I think it was the one that possibly hit her because she didn't say anything. At first, I was like, "Oh, thank God," because that scared me when he pulled the trigger to it. I was like, "Oh my God!" And it stopped, like that, and it looked like it was possibly too close to her. So I was panicked, but I couldn't froze for a second, But she was, like I said, she had at the gate, and then she was had turned back around, and she was coming back towards. So I don't know what he was thinking. If he was getting scared because she was screaming. Oh my God! When he first started shooting, the first shot, and then he went, and then it was like a pause, and then it was again and again.
What happened after that 3rd shot with the gun? Where'd it go now? Did he give it to you? So you said, give me that. Did he give you the gun?
Yes.
Okay.
Right after I got the gun print on, I was like, oh my gosh, because I heard the girl say, "You shot me, homegirl," and I was like, no, I didn't. But I don't see anything. You look fine to me. Because she turned around and she was walking away towards the Murphys on the sidewalk. I'm like, is she walking? She shot. I thought she was full of shit. I thought
Was that
So she knew that they had shot her directly because her thought was, how is she walking? That's crazy.
She turned around and started walking away, so I thought, oh, thank God nothing happened.
No, you knew that lady had been shot 3 times.
I thought nothing happened and thought she was okay. And then, oh, thank God, I was scared. I was scared to do anything, and it wasn't good around us anymore after that because it scared the shit out of me, and I really thought she was okay.
I just didn't know what to do, and my son was there, and it scared the shit out of me, and I looked at her, and then she got up, and then she walked away, but really, I just wanted to know if she was okay. But my son, and then it's our neighborhood, so, I have to protect ourselves, and, what else are we supposed to do? Because, they're crackheads, and they're so scary. But, it's the look up, dude. It's the look up. It's the do you believe me? She is actively doing it. You can see it with your own eyes.
And she kind of sat down, and they were helping her. And I was like,
Also, if anybody's thinking, oh, well, BOZE, I do that sometimes. I guarantee you, what she specifically does is she looks up after she completes the lie. If you're somebody that really gets in your head and you're going and going and going, you probably go for 20 or 30 seconds and look away. Shit, some of you guys probably are looking away while you're telling a story for a whole minute or 2 minutes. Is anyone else like that? You just kind of tell the whole story like this the whole time, blah, blah, blah. And there will be moments where you do look over, but hers is just on beat every single time after she tries to feign that she was scared or after she directly lies. And it's do you believe me? It's constant. It's constant, and it's always at the end of a lie. That's the difference.
yeah, the girls came outside and they were just kind of seeing everything that was going on. And I was like, can you please call my husband? And I just told him he got on the phone, he was at work, and I said, I'm sorry. I think I shot somebody. And
I feel like there's 1 or 2 things that you're leaving out.
Ooh,
And I
push.
I do want you to be honest about this part, okay?
I actually told you the whole truth.
Was the girl that was yelling at you, you said she was walking towards you.
Oh my God, here we go.
Because she walked, she grabbed the whatever basket she said she was grabbing that I couldn't see on the other side of my son's car, and I started walking.
Look, she's about to draw a lie.
So I'm gonna ask you this question, maybe you can answer this for me. If she was walking towards you, why is there a gunshot in her back?
She was herself right here when she said she got shot.
Okay. So why is there a gunshot on her back?
I don't know.
Was she
She was walking towards us.
Did your son shoot her as she was walking away?
As she turned, I don't know.
That's important.
Well, I mean, clearly she was shot in the back, so you did.
Did your son shoot her as she walked away?
No, I'm almost 100% positive that she was looking at us the whole time. And then she grabbed herself, she turned around, she started walking, and she said, and then she turned back.
Yeah, I bet she grabbed herself, she started walking, she turned around, and then he shot her again. So there goes your whole self-defense thing right there.
And then she said, you shot me home, girl. That's what she said. And I was like, what? But I didn't see a meter in the back. She was facing towards us, you know. And so that's my honest answer of what I think.
I don't believe you.
Keep in mind that at this point, Christina is completely unaware that Monique passed away in the hospital. Oh. But that will change very soon.
So your son, I'll agree, you guys both put yourself in a very tough spot, okay? And, it's an unfortunate situation, but I'm going to be honest with you. I have to be, but I also, I understand where you're coming from. I understand the situation you were put in and, your son shooting, but,
I don't know what he felt like. He was protecting the road.
First and foremost,
to hit her.
I will tell you, the female that your son shot at, she has died.
Oh, yeah, you're going to jail. You're not crying. They are not crying for Monique. She is crying for herself and her son husband. That's who she's crying for. She didn't give a shit then.
So unfortunately, we're in custody.
For homicide. For homicide.
What we're doing here is
for a homicide.
And right now, our job is to find out exactly what happened. I will put that you were honest and truthful and you were cooperative with police. I will put that in my report, okay? You are going to be facing some serious charges.
Yep.
Okay. And
And
yes, ma'am.
Would you rather somebody died?
I just heard that. Yeah.
And
I'm a little shocked right now. I don't know.
I have to go deliver the news to somebody's family that their daughter or their mother is dead. And your son has to answer. Yes, your son has to answer for that, okay? Because he pulled the trigger. And yes, you have culpability in this because.
And that right there is the fucking shame for putting her son in that position, because she is in an emotionally incestual relationship with her son, and she now feels shame for what she has done.
You handed him, pulled the trigger, and yes, you have culpability in this because you handed him the firearm and you said what you said.
She'll never
We
see him
have
again
tons
either.
of witnesses, okay, so I want you to understand.
She won't see him
there's a
again.
lot of
After
witnesses
court,
that saw
that's
what
it.
happened. So we knew what happened going into this, but your honesty, it goes a long way with us. So thank you for that. But as of tonight, would you like to know your charges?
Homicide.
So tonight you will be charged with an open count of murder. You're gonna be charged with aggravated assault with a weapon.
Dude.
Hold on, conspiracy. No, it's been on it.
Yep.
Conspiracy
Yep.
and also tampering with evidence. Tampering with evidence because when you pick up the casings and you take a gun and you remove that stuff, that's a crime. Okay, you can't.
Yep.
When
Tried to
something
cover
like
it
this
up.
happens,
Told her son to run away and then tried to cover it up.
I'm not saying, I'm not going to give you any advice, but don't ever touch anything. Don't take the gun to help your son, or don't.
Also, I get it that living in a neighborhood where people are doing drugs and whatnot can be very scary, but dude, more often than not, sometimes people that are drug addicts, they could be going through a phase. Sometimes they're people that have had just a lot of fucked up shit in their life and they have had no help. That doesn't mean that it's just otherness, that they are disposable. They are tools to send a signal to keep everybody out of your neighborhood because we watch out for each other. Like that kind of language, like you are not the police, okay? You did not take things into your own hands, because this is exactly what happens. Like, they're just people. They're just people.
What will happen from here is we'll book you into MDC. Your son will be booked in. Eventually, we're going to.
It was unintentional. It's still
So all of that's something that you'll talk with your lawyer about. You'll talk eventually. That's something. We don't do that part of it. We just do.
And I'm gonna be locked up until everything.
That's also up to a judge. You have after this, you'll have like an arraignment. It goes to a grand
Being
jury.
compliant would make me.
Girl, shut up.
My mom could have fought instead of just going to the gun.
She could have fought.
I don't know, there's a lot of stuff we could have done.
Actually, I'm going to be so real. That is true. That is 100% true. You should be able to fight a crackhead. Like if you really are like, you don't do those drugs, get off my property or whatever, and like they have not found the crack. They said specifically that there was an abandoned house in the back where people go to abuse drugs. They are not on crack right now. Use your fist, okay? Actually, don't do that. I'm not endorsing that. But do you know what I'm trying to say? Why shoot? There's something else under there. Bring your son to jail day. Jeez.
This whole situation is just really unfortunate. I have to go do an extra notification after this and let the family know that their daughter has died, and
Yep.
she also had a little boy.
Oh.
So I have to go make that.
So in their head, they separated her with some kind of otherness, like, oh, she's a crackhead. Oh, she doesn't matter. That's somebody's daughter. And now the police have to tell them what happened when they already knew that she was struggling and she has a son. Yeah, that's going to hit for them real hard now.
And I know that's not your issue. That's not your problem. But, we're here because of that. You're young, man. You're really young.
Yeah, it's over now.
And everybody's in a bad spot because of this. Your mom's in a bad spot. You're in a very bad spot as well. Okay?
You're being charged with, right?
Mm-hmm. They did not tell me.
So as of right now,
Homicide.
you have an arrest warrant. You're going to be charged with an open count of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, tampering with evidence, probably ×2 at this point. Do you have any questions for us at all?
No.
Well, it's unfortunate we met under these circumstances, man. I wish you the best of luck
Yep.
with everything in the future. I hope you made better choices. All right.
Dude, that's
Do you have any
it.
questions for us at all?
No.
Do you need
The officer.
Do you need water? Do you want to use the restroom or anything?
That's it.
Have you been arrested or anything like that before?
No.
No? Okay. When you get up there, they allow you a phone call. Okay,
No prior arrests, straight to a murder charge.
When the trial for this mother-son duo began, Christian's defense initially claimed he had a brain injury, but that argument didn't hold for long. In September 2024, Christian Crespin accepted a plea deal and pled guilty to second-degree murder, meaning the act was malicious but not premeditated. He was sentenced to 18 years, the maximum allowed under the agreement.
But the mom.
Christina, on the other hand, was hit with several charges, including first-degree murder, aggravated assault, conspiracy to commit a felony, and tampering with evidence. As of April 2025, she is still awaiting trial.
First degree. Dude, I'm actually curious what you guys think of that judgment. First degree from the mother and second degree for the son. You know, I can understand why they did that. It actually kind of makes sense, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Also, there's no way he's getting paroled early. Homeboy's doing that full 18 years, for sure. For sure. Because I don't know. I wish I could explain a little bit more in my brain of why. I don't know why I can't really explain this right now. But like, yes, I do feel like he would not have shot her if the mother did not hand him the gun. So, yeah. First degree. Yo, that is crazy. Samantha said he will get better parenting in jail. Woo! Yo, you're not wrong. Somebody in jail gonna take him under his wing.